Sorry, we're doing some cleaning up. Oh, drop the thing. Don't care. At least you're not going to be in that other room anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hello, Dr. Phil here. I'm just moving some things around because I want to do a live stream, basically. So it's going to be the same format as last time because, well, I'm not anything if adaptable. Obviously, people like the format of birds first, so I'll give that one another crack. We'll see what happens. Also, people seem to love the drama of the opals. Oh, drama filled. Okay, so basically what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just looking at the lighting levels. Yeah, that's good. So if I put something over here, we'll be able to look at all the birds and stuff. Yeah, my room over there looks a bit messy though. It's not, just looks it. So what I might do is, it doesn't matter. Just don't tell my girlfriend, she'll get upset. So I think that's the place where we need to go. Got a few things that I'm doing today. First bird point of view, true. What I'm doing here is I'm just popping this over here. The cages will be open first in a second anyway. Whoop. Let's see. There we go. I think the birds are actually quite excited because I think they get the general gist of what's about to happen. I'll also get the table, move it over. I like it that way a bit. Just don't get to see the cages. I'll move this over a bit further. And yeah, this is an air conditioner in case you're wondering what I'm using. Like, he had a bit of a interesting moment when, let's see, okay, I see. I'll just use the chair, I think. That means I can use the air conditioner should it be necessary. And I know it's probably like 2 degrees Fahrenheit over in the United States. But it ain't that here. Alright, bring that over here. That's probably the best option for us all. There we go, yeah. Okay. Tilt that back a bit. Move that over. Technically this is a face following thing, but I doubt it. I doubt we'll get much face following. Tilt that down. What do you reckon? Yeah, right, I'm going to get you in there. You're the star of the show, mate. You're totally the star of the show. We've got to make sure that we've got stuff we can do. So this is the, yeah, it's all right. It's happening, Max. You should see Max. He's ready to jump out of his skin. Compared to the -3C. So what, that puts it about 25? I'll get my phone out so that I can actually read what you're saying. Surrounding something. There we go. Pop that there. Okay, this can go away. Just pop this over here. That's finished. There you go. Right. Okay, so let me get my streaming app up and running. See what happens. Okay, I don't know what happened yesterday, but the stream of my stick thing, it didn't exactly work the way I wanted it to. It just was a very blurry, very pixeled, hello, sorry Max, very blurry, very pixeled photo of me with holding what I presume was a stick, but I couldn't figure it out. There was no birds in shot or anything. Yeah, well, I'm guessing the conversion as well. But at any rate, it was a very blurry thing, and I'm reasonably certain that it did well. It got like 2,500 views or something stupid like that. I think it got that many views because people were going, what is that? And had to watch it like 5 times before they gave up on it. I'm reasonably certain. Anywho. So I've got Yep, so I've got 4 comments from Opal. I've got another person who's just joined up. Hello, other person. I'm cracking a cold one in your honour. A lukewarm one. All right, Max, where did I put the stick? I'm taking the stick back, aren't we? So what we're going to do today is we are going to go with a stick of very, very small proportions. No jokes, please. You can joke what you like. I'm just getting everything ready. Would you like, what would you like to be eating, monsieur? Would you like the pasta or would you like the sunflower seeds? Ah, you would like the sunflower seeds? Okay, I will get them for you. Bon appétit, mon chéri. I hope we haven't got any terrible. We've got 1 cage over here that you probably can't see. There you go. Good. Yeah, you're going to get yours, don't worry, Max. Max just looked very, very mournfully in his food bowl. I was feeding Loki. One of the things that you might not know about cockatoos is that you don't feed them sunflower seeds all the time. It's like feeding them chocolate. Say hello to the camera, Loki. I think that once you start feeding them, the tricks are over. There, you can see it. Right, Max. So things first, what is it? Yeah, I don't know. Problem is, you don't like hands, so how are we going to feed you these things? Huh? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work it out. What we'll do is we'll stick them over here. You have those. Okay, that works for him. Don't worry, you'll get to see all the birds all of their glory very soon. Oh, what, you want up? Okay, there we go. Your claws are sharp. What's happened? I've got nothing. Do you think I have more? I'll go get some pasta. How about that? Okay, there you go. On you go. Okay, Max, how are you feeling, huh? There you go. Everything has to be precise for Max. There you go. Here is the stick. Yeah. Good bird. Good bird. Do you want me to do your beak trimming today? We can show that to the guys, can't we? Yeah. Let's have a look. What? Still got the stick. Still got the stick. See? Definitely still there. Come on, over here. Now I've made the command, I've got to wait till he does it. Come on, over here you go. I'll step back. Oh. Resistance. Yeah, I win. Yeah. It's alright, it's nothing. I still got the stick. Do you want to scratch or not? You have to make a decision. Because the fingers are good, aren't they? What's going on in there? Is it? Hey. You can go back in your cage if you're going to bite me. That was a jealous nip from the Loki. Oh, really? What, this hand? There's nothing wrong with my hand. Yeah. Is that better? That one? Yeah. This is a bit ridiculous, Max. So look here. Let's scratch back here. Yeah, I'll scratch you in a second, Loki. In time. I'm trying to manage my time. I'm only a mere male and I cannot time manage. I've got a live stream to do, which I'm doing at the moment. Yeah. Click, click, click. You bite, you're going back in the cage though. Just so you know. Ooh, you alright? Yeah. That was me hitting a pin feather the wrong one. Hello, is that in shot? No, none of it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that. Can we bring this back a bit? Yeah, we can. We can move it up a bit. That will probably give you the full gamut of experience. Can you see Loki? Yeah, you can. All right. I'm going to bring my phone in. Well, the whole point is to get the stick away. For the time being, I might just... What are you doing, mate? What's in there? That, whatever's in there, mate, that's really old. Oh well. So what I'm going to do, I think, I'll bring another chair over and we'll have two perches so that you can be here if you want to, and Max can be here, and I'll sit in the middle and just chat. And if you guys want to come interact with me, that's fine. If you don't want to interact with me, that's fine as well. All right? Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan? Max, I want you to go for a fly at the very least, okay? I'll have a look and see if all the perch arrangements there. Okay, I am going to point the spot roughly there. In the other room, there is actually a permanent perch that is set up down there. So Max may want to fly down there at some point in time. He clearly can fly. He was the one, if you look at one of the one of the short videos, he was clipped when I first got him and he thought he could fly and it was just ending quite tragically. But once he got his feathers back, he was a beautiful flyer. So there he goes. There it is. So what we just did was we stuck a perch just down there, and there's also a perch sitting above my work chair. So when I'm at work, they can fly up and poo on me. So the full Loki. Do you mean the full Monty? I think that I have a little bit of an issue with movie currency from the sounds of things. Oh. Show you a trick. Loki is getting very, very needy. What I do is I drink energy drinks, which are pretty bad for birds. Almost as bad as they are for humans. Whoa! Hello. You saw the energy drink, didn't you? Don't eat any of this, okay? You can eat your perch, that's supposed to happen, but don't eat any of this, alright? Okay, so here's the trick for you. What I did was I stuck a little bit of water into this particular can, and here you go, Loki. Oh yeah, Max. And he's got every right to show off because he's such a beautiful flyer. Like, he's graceful. Like, he can do a full pirouette inside our room. And as far as room for birds concerned with humans, yeah, this is really, really big. But as far as birds in the wild is concerned, very small. He's really agile around here. So, what do you want? Fish tank? Oh, here we go. It's the standard thing that birds do is they look at stuff and they go, that doesn't belong here. Max, don't. No, that's a spilling engine, don't touch that. It's alright. I'll get you a milk spray if you get off of there. Should we get off here? Oh, because I've got the phone here. So, you get off here? It's a good time as any to try and get in onto my arm. Do you want to try? You can come up here. If you do it now, like everyone will get to see it. He's never come up onto my shoulder before. He's gone onto my leg, then bitten it. Do you want a drink, do you? Loki, do you want to give a drink to Max? I'm not going to hiss back at you. That's rude. You're the rude one, not me. He's thinking about it. Anyone know first aid? Not you as well. You want me away? He's going to drop it, and that's going to make a noise. Just content that. There we go. I have a stick. Bird. I've got to give Loki some more paint. Loki bit me because she was so jealous. You know that, don't you? She never bites. Well, not never. Seldom. Rarely. Well, that's not that very trusting look, is it? What I'll do is I'll move the chair over and I'll put, let's see, have we got, yeah, okay, we've got a bowl there. So, do we have a bowl here somewhere? I'm sure we do. If ever you want to know what having a cockatoo is like, this is what's having a cockatoo. Okay, let's see how we get you. What a catch, what a catch. Except it's an American audience, so they don't know who Richie Bennett is. That was a cricket analogy. Do you want to have some? I'll put some water into it for you. Max doesn't know what he's doing with this thing. Loki's figured it all out. Max has not. I want me to scratch you with it. I can scratch you with it. Let's see your beak. Hang on, we'll move this over here. This one. And I'll get the bowl out and you can do what you like. In an amazing burst of inequity, Pony is not coming out. But that's all right. Oh, is it? A viral drink. I think that they do drink from a can. I've seen a lot of cockatoos drinking from beer cans, and yeah, definitely beer. These birds, they you got a lot of rules about how to deal with them, what they can and can't tolerate. What they can and can't tolerate. But as far as I can tell, they're pretty durable with stuff. I mean, it doesn't mean that you tempt fate, but to give you an idea, in one of my earlier videos, which I made a lot of effort with, I add, instead of like 10 views or something, it's talking about, oh, not the battery. Actually, I'm moving that. It's okay, you can stay there. You can stay there. This is method, these are chopsticks. It's alright. Everything's fine, everything's fine. It's just, you'll tip this and it'll go everywhere, and you'll also tip that. There we go. Yeah, so basically, this is my life when the birds are out, making sure that nothing gets eaten or destroyed or otherwise damaged. Max takes his cues from me. He goes, he's looking at me. That must mean that I'm doing something naughty. Excellent. He doesn't really care that much whether it's naughty or not. He just cares whether he's going to get away with it. What was that, Loki? Okay, there's nothing on there that is particularly dangerous now, and I've still got my stick. Yeah, in case you're interested, Loki's... Oh, I see what you did. Alright, I left a packet of pasta sitting around, and pasta is one of their... They love it. I have to put that in the cupboard. Ready? Oh, now everyone's paying attention. Do you want to come here? Yeah, come here. Oh, well, you can come there then. Good bit. Step. Good bit. That one. That one there. Under there. Go. Good bit. There you are. Yeah, getting Loki to do tricks when there's food on offer, very easy. Do you want to show them? Go wings. Good bit. There you are. Do you remember all your tricks? We haven't done it for ages, have we? Turn around. Good bird. There you are. What other ones do we do? We do that one. That one? Yeah. Good bird. Shake by the hand. Okay. Give me 4. Oh, oops. There you are. Speak. Good bird. There you are. Can't remember the other tricks that we make her do. But she likes it. Do you want to turn around again? Turn around. Alright, wings. You don't want to do any of it? Max. What are you eating, Max? What have you found? It's okay, it's alright. I'm just going to get that. Just getting that. You found something on the ground there, did you? Okay. That was my fault. No problems. Put that on the ground. Just so that you know, Max, I've got this. How do we do this? I'll move this back. Can you come here, Max? Good bit. Right, yeah. Alright, let's see if Max can. Max is not as good with the tricks because he's possibly a wild bird, but we'll try. Good bit. There you go. Look. Okay, but there you go. Good bit. Alright. There you go. You'll do wings next, okay? So wings. Good bit. Right, you. Can you do crest? None of them can do their crest. Crest? That's not it. I'll give you a reward anyway. Crest. Been trying to teach them crest, like Loki for literally 2 years. Crest. Can you look stupidly not comprehending? Perfect. There you go. Alright, turn around. Good bit. Come in. Come in. See if you can follow the bouncing ball. Oh, crest. Good bird. Alright. You get the final one. There you go. Alright. Got nothing else. Okay, clean me up. There you go. Just checking the live chat because I've been a bit preoccupied. Oh yeah, they are amazing creatures. They absolutely love this kind of interaction. Like, this is not work for them, it's fun. Whoa. You okay? Not at all work hard for them. They love it. What? I haven't got any. We've just got the stick. That's all I've got. Don't scratch me. Here comes the scratch. Here comes the scratch. Not having a bar of it. Okay. When the intonation goes, oh, sorry. I don't have my. When the intonation goes up, she's happy. When the intonation goes down, she's annoyed. And you just have to go, hello. That's her way of saying, you really should be giving me something now. But listen, here's how it works. I need to actually have something in my hands to give it to you. I'm not a conduit of, well, I do. I can make stuff disappear. Ooh. Oh. What a classic. Will I have to go get more stuff? Yeah, I'll get more stuff. Step up. Right, I'll go get some more stuff because they clearly want it. Alright. I've got this now, Max, it's all good. Okay. You can see that there's an uneasy piece between us when I'm sitting on here. Okay, now, Loki, step up. Step up. Good bit. Then get up onto there. Good bit. And what I'm doing, you might hear me just making a click noise with my hand. Let's see if Max understands. This is called, we'll actually get a bigger stick for this. Yeah? Good bit. Yeah. So when I make the clicking noise, that's better than saying good bird. You've got to try and make the click happen the moment the behaviour happens. That's the whole point. It's practically impossible to do. But the way I've got Loki to turn around, maybe we can do some with Max. So hopefully, this is called target training, and if you ever go onto bird tricks, they show you how to do it properly. Here you go. There you go. So Max is smart. He knows what to do anyway. There you go. Right, so what you can do is you can get them focused on the stick. So, there you go. So this is a good way of just doing some simple communication. You say bite the stick, bite it gently, not hard. You can get them to do things. Now the reason why it's so handy is if I get the stick and move it over to here. Come on. Over here. No, over here. That's it. See that? He took a step to the stick. So what I've done is I've actually taught him to make a step. Do something more interesting. Good bit. So what I can do is I can also get him to step this way. All of a sudden, oh, sorry. He didn't like it too short. He doesn't like having too much of a hand on display. Okay. Alright, let's get you going this way again. Over here. There you go. So what we've done is we've just given them a very simple tutorial on if I want them to move somewhere, that they'll move there. And you'll notice that sometimes I will tap the perch or whatever else with my finger or with the stick. And that's because they generally know that where I tap the stick is where I want them to be. Isn't that right, Max? Sort of. Max, anything that Max learns is a bonus. I expected him to learn nothing, but he's learned heaps. So he's pretty good. I'm just reading this stuff. Okay, raw pasta. I think that you will never see in any bird manual anywhere raw pasta. But I once caught Loki breaking into it and she absolutely loved it. And I checked with the vet and she said, I don't think there's going to be any harmful problems with the raw pasta. It's just a bit weird. So as far as we know, it doesn't hurt them. And she's been treated with pasta for, I don't know, what is it, 3 years now? And she hasn't seemed to have grown an extra wing or an extra leg or something. One thing you need to know, however, is that that is a treat food, it's not a normal food. The normal food they get is pellets, or alternately, I'm going to the base of the cage here. I've got to clean this out, but these are just basically gum trees. You've probably seen that. I hear that if any of the Americans are from California, these are the things which are called in California to catch fire. So these are gum trees and the gum nuts were on there. So what I would do is I would go for my morning constitutional walk or whatever. I'd pick a few gum tree branches which have got some nice gum nuts on them. Or I'd pick some casuarinas, another species which is actually feral in the United States. I'd pick a casuarina or a gum nut, and I would just pop it in the cage. And so that is actually, well, a natural diet for the birds. That's what they actually eat. The other thing that you'll see is If you ever see complaints from Australians about the cockatoos that are around here, the complaints you're going to get are that they chew the house to pieces. And well, that's true. They do. And the reason that they do that is because they like to wear down their beak. And where's the file? Do you know where the file is? Why am I asking the bird? I've lost it, that's why. Okay. They like to chew the house apart, and part of it is to keep their beak short. But the other thing is, if you have a look at their feet, they're really good. Oh, sorry. I'll give you a command. Good bird. There you go. Their feet are very, very sensitive, and they can actually detect the vibration of grubs and other such things that are actually in a branch. So when they detect that vibration, they'll actually get into the branch and they'll chew it up, find the grub and eat the grub. You don't think of parrots as omnivorous, but yeah, they are. So the other thing that you'll see in the shorts that I've done every now and then is occasionally I will feed them a piece of chicken. And people are going, why are you feeding them bird parts? To me, it just seems logical to give them bird spare parts. It seems, wouldn't it just be like an IKEA reassembly? But more than that, believe it or not, these guys are less related. Oh, it's all right. There you go. They're less related to birds than to chickens than we are to a triceratops. I shouldn't have let you do that, should I? What are you going to do for your amazing next trick, Max? Let's get you over here. Over there. Yeah, keep going. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Just to complete the cycle, I've got another piece here. Yeah. Just to complete the cycle for you, Matt, Blakey. No, yep. Over here. Wait. She's not playing ball now. Yep. Come on, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. See what I'm doing here? I can turn her around doing that. There you go. So if you're wondering how I got her to turn around, that's how I did it. Well, I have not got any. Oh, you've cleaned me up again. No, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I can't give you anything short, Max, or else you're going to get upset with me. What I can do, however, is I can stick it. Oh, I can see one down here. How much pasta can we fit in one bird? Yeah. No, there's another one on the chat. All right, let's try and train Max to go around. So we've got to be a little bit gentle with it. Okay, so here we go. There. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll try and get him to over here. Whoa. Right, now to get him to go behind. He's not going to trust the hand, so it's going to be interesting. Right behind. Over here. Over here. Good bird. Alright, so just so that you know, Max has never turned around for me before. Wings, mate. Good bird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get him to go around. Here we go. Around we go. Whoop. Around we go. Around we go. Around we go. Whoop. It's okay. It's okay. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. He really ain't trusting me. Crest. Make hay all the sun shines. But that's how you do it. Once you get them to do the thing you want, you very quickly try and associate them. It's getting a little nuts here, isn't it? There you go. There you go. Yeah, just, there you go. Alright, so what we can do here is, we'll tap the perch so that he knows, over here. Good bird. Over here, like it, over here. No, you don't like it, okay. We'll get on there. Step. Alright, now, over. I have to make the root clear. All right, so over here. Yep. Good. There you are. I'm out of pasta. That's it, guys. Okay. That was a bit intense. Yeah. On the raw pasta, I think that they like textures. I've got nothing else, Max. They just like textures, I think. And as an interesting aside, and you'll see this in the short videos as well, I think, they are perfectly fine with chilies. They don't taste the active ingredient in chilies, so they don't actually feel hot. And so if you're ever going to do a chili eating competition with a parrot, you will definitely lose. It does not matter. So what I'm going to do now, Max, is I'm going to put Loki in a cage and then you're going to go in yours. Is that right? Yeah. It'll be okay. Loki, do you want to go in your cage? Now Max is a bit of a fool for the millet spray, which is this thing here. Humans forever have been eating millet. So I'm popping this in his cage. That's a bit of an incentive. The whole idea is to make a cage a place of safety. If there are strangers in the house, Loki, who's just behind the camera, that's why I'm sitting here in this awkward shot. If there are strangers in the house, Loki will go into the cage and beg for me to shut the door. She has no problem being confined. Step up. There you go. Do you want to go in the cage for us? There you go. Good bird. All right, I'll go get you some sunflower seeds. And you've probably seen the videos, hopefully you have, of Loki just escaping. This is nothing. No, this particular arrangement here for Loki, this lock here, that's nothing for her. Oh, hang on, you haven't seen it. That lock there, that's nothing. There are two further locks. There's one down here, and there's one down here. Those two locks, they aren't good enough either. At the bottom, at the very bottom, I've got this piece of metal, and on a good day, she can defeat that as well. So, oh look, you can see, going to get a demonstration of Loki getting out of it. You can, yeah, go for it, Loki. Go. Bit nervous? Yeah, well, she's discovered this one's relatively easy. There we go. There we go. The escape is on. Or is it? You're not going to escape? Yeah, you don't want to. You just did that for the attention, didn't you? Yeah, fair enough. And Max is going into the cage now because he's a good boy. I'll just set these up because I'm going to give Loki some sunflower seeds. Max is already... That was an absolute steamer. I'm going to up the ante, my friend Max. Look at that. Oh, yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah. Sunflower seeds, it's just like giving them candy. So, like, basically, this is Halloween. There you go. You want some? There you are. And there we go. Yeah, the pop on food. Now I'm properly locking the place up for it now. For those who are interested, who go on, get him. Come on. Good bird. Good bird. Very good. It's all right. Look. Here we go. There you are. And this is the thing about bird ownership. Do not think that owning cockatoos is easy. It's not. It is ridiculously difficult. But at the same time, if you get the routines right, they actually become quite compliant. All right. Let's see if the chat system is working properly. All messages are visible. Yes, that's what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the opal section. What have I got here? I haven't found a piece of string, so I'm probably just going to have to use the old torch. But I was planning on making a new one, just a methylated spirits, and it's just a. This one I think is a mint jelly jar. Does everybody use mint jelly? I don't know. But basically, what happens with mint jelly? Well, the jar anyway. Basically, fill it up with metho. And if you can find yourself some kind of wick, then you have yourself an opal torch. So, not that it's particularly clever to drill a hole with something with metho in it, but you know, demonstration principle, what could possibly go wrong? All I have to do though is find something that is, oh yeah, I know. Where did I put that? No, I can get another one. There we go. And I'll cut the thin slither from the printer section. Yes, what a surprise, making something from a printer. Okay, so this is all I've got, just to get a very thin slither off it. So in case you're wondering, when you get an inkjet printer, these line pretty much every surface in an inkjet printer when you take them apart. Part of them soak up some of the ink, some of them just are there in case something spills, blah, blah, blah. So this is a really nice high quality felt. And so I've used it for the insert for opal cases, for example. At this point in time, I am going to be using it as a wick for an opal torch. And we'll see how well that goes. If it goes well, we can get rid of our old pulse jet opal torch. I might just light that one up for fun because, well, it'll be fun for you, but for me it'll be a little bit nerve-wracking because a pulse jet works on a series of small explosions. So if that gives you an idea of what I'm dealing with. So what I've got is I've got a hole that's been drilled in here, and basically what I'm doing is I'm just poking the wick through with a stick. It's a stick. Let's not get too stick focused around here. That is Loki demonstrating that she's got a bit of control in proceedings. She's already taken down one of the locks. If you can have a look. Yeah, look. There we go. Yeah, you can see that lock there is now down. Where's that one? No, it's that one. Hang on, I'll move. There you go. There she is. So you can see the lock there. That one's already defeated. Why don't you show them how to defeat the other one? Go on. You know how to do it. Anywho, whilst that's going on, I'll just poke a hole. If I ignore her, that's more likely for her to do something with the lock because she gets attention. Currency for birds is attention. So in this goes. trying to keep the seal really, really, really airtight because I might have to just drill it a bit bigger. Not too much. What could possibly go wrong? Right. Okay, so this hasn't been used before in this capacity. Last time I used an old pair of underpants. True story. So every time I'm walking around with the torch, everyone in the family, they know what it is. So my daughters will go, "Oh, Dad, you got the undies torch again?" Like, yeah, shut up. This is probably not the most amazing cost-saving measures because I'm not sure an alcohol torch is exactly expensive, but you know, every little bit helps in these high interest times. How's she going? Is she going for it? Yeah, she is. Let's just ignore her for a little bit longer. And I'll just move this down so you can see. There she goes. There she goes. Look at that. And it's done. Oh dear. I think you're supposed to discourage that. I simply cannot. So what I'm doing is just soaking the wick now. And Loki is trying to escape. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a secret weapon. There is a little strap down the back there. See that little piece of metal? It's still there. She's going nowhere. Alright, now I'm going to go and get a match and we'll see what happens. Now the goal here is to have a torch that is not a pulse jet. How's it working? Not happily. Let's see if that goes away. At the moment there is a lot of stuff burning on the outside. It seems to be drawing the methanol up and it's pulling on top of the torch, which is not fun. Why is it doing that? It must be heating. Oh, so we're getting a pulse jet again. All right. My best guess as to what's happening is that the air, I'll show you. Yeah. So air is rushing into the torch over here, which is then forcing the methanol out because air is rushing up through the wick. So if I drill an extra hole, maybe that'll solve it. Where's my drill? There it is. Now, do you reckon that'll solve the whole pulse jet problem? I'm just getting rid of the metho, just by smearing it all over my hands because, you know, nothing could possibly go wrong with that. Okay, let's give this one a go. How's that going? Yeah, it seems that drilling a hole in it fixed the problem. All right. The only problem we've got now is, will it draw up enough? Yeah, will it draw up enough air? So you've got to. All right. Yeah, but it seems to work all right. Well, there we go. We've all learned some physical principles, haven't we? Well, here I may as well grab some opals. Never leave a flame unattended, especially next to a giant bottle of alcohol. I think basically if you ever do a session with me, just don't ever do the stuff I do. I think that'll make sure that things are nice and safe. Because I am not going to be sitting here and declaring to be the... Well, I am fairly safe because I've done all the stupid things. Where's my phone? I'm pretty certain people will be telling me, don't do it, Phil. There it is. Oh, okay. We're still on pasta. That's okay. You don't have to speak just because I looked at it. But let's go. All right. So those of you who've ever dopped an opal, you know what I'm about to do. So basically I have a stick here which has got some wax on it, and I have some opals here. We'll use this one because it's got some... Whoop. There we go. This has got some wax already on it because it fell off the dop. Okay, let's go, let's go. You can do this. Never mind. We're more worried about... So you just get the wax melted a little bit. Now this one's going to be an easy one because there was already an amount of wax sitting on this particular opal. And the problem that you usually have is that the opal deattaches from the wax, not that the wax deattaches from the stick, as happened here. So this is a fairly simple one. The seal between the wax and the opal is good. And that means that probably, as I'm spinning the opal, I'm not going to get any troubles. The only trouble I'll get is if the wax itself detaches from the stick again. Basically breaks. Ay, caramba. Sometimes you can heat the wax too much, which is what I just did. Also, Murphy's Law says that if you say there's going to be no problems here, well, what are you going to do? You're going to get problems. I've noticed that not many people dare to dop opals live. I think it's a good choice, personally, because I reckon it's a recipe for disaster. Okay. Now this is something you usually don't see in any manual. This is leg wax, which is, if you have a look at dopping wax, they've got similar temperature regimes, and I meant to Google it to find out what the difference between leg wax and dopping wax was. But I didn't, so we'll just have to say maybe we'll make something up, hey? There's more eucalypt oil in this. This is 90% M&Ms. Who knows? Anyway, so basically 60 degrees ain't going to burn you, but like it can get hotter than that, and it's an oil-based substance. So that means that you can get yourself into a lot of trouble relatively quickly. And yeah, sometimes you're sore for days if you let some of this wax drip on you. Bearing in mind this is leg wax. So I haven't waxed my legs. I'm certain there are certain members of the community who have. That is a brave act, quite frankly. Let me have a look at this. This is an opal that I'm actually very anxious to get onto the other stuff, onto the sandpaper. There we go. I've got the word out. Yay! Anxious to get this one sanded because it's looking absolutely smashing. So this one is also very likely to fall off the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a few goes. Yeah, I know. People have experimented with an awful lot of stuff, and this one obviously has had something else on it. Yeah, dopping wax is pretty good. I have had no trouble. Well, I actually haven't used dopping wax. So maybe I'll buy some dopping wax and then I will use dopping wax and compare it to leg wax, and we'll have a bit of an experiment just to see how good it is. But yeah, wax does seem to be good. So there we are. That's not. You got to center them. There's so many issues you get from not centering your opals. I used to not worry too much about it, and yeah, you can cut opals successfully without centering them properly. But why make your life harder? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're making your life very difficult just by not centering the stone properly. And the easiest way to do it, and this is not my idea, this is Riley Gunn's, if you know who he is. He's 53 Frogs if you go onto the opal auction site. So what you can do is if you just spin it like that, and it pretty much spins around its axis, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it spins around its axis properly, then you've centered it properly. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because sometimes the center of gravity is different. All right, let's have a look and see what opals we've got and which ones we want to use. So, got this one here, maybe not. Do I want to do this one? This is a sunflower seed, so maybe not. This one here, oh yeah, this one only requires a bit of a polish. Or did you say something else? Oh yeah, you can't believe it's, yeah. Well, for me, I watch people do stuff and then I look for analogues around my house. Not that I had leg wax lying around. Originally, I tried glue from a hot glue gun. As a matter of fact, I prided myself in not using dop sticks at all. But that's just stupidity, really, because a dop stick is just there to make life easy for you. Especially when you're a novice, you need all the help you can get. So why not just take the help of a stick? It's unbelievable how much easier it makes your life. But we all learn. There we go. Actually, I'm not particularly helping, am I? I should make it. Because I'm concentrating on the opal. I'm not even talking English properly. It's hard to do this for an audience, you know. Okay, I'm just looking. I'm going to have to grind it. Okay, so we will make it so that it's level with the opal. Okay, I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. I can't move back too far, I'll burn my hand. Anytime now, opal. Okay, well, basically, can you see it? Probably not. What you need to, what I'm trying to show you is the fact that there's a translucent part to this opal. So you can just see it if there is no pixelation. Oh gee, that's not going to help. Yeah. Okay, so this is a methylated spirits burner because that's what I put in it. Who knows whether you're going to be able to see that or not with the pixelation going on. So it's burning metho, and metho essentially creates carbon dioxide and water when you burn it. And it doesn't matter how completely or incompletely you burn it. It's very hard to get smoke from a methylated spirits flame. And you usually get a very cool blue flame as well. This is a lot hotter than you would normally get. Probably because it's still doing a bit of pulse jetting. Yeah. And whilst I was talking, I was just randomly fiddling with the opal and it just broke the connection. And that's fine. There's a lot of theory going around. And what I found out is that a lot of the time there is very little science behind what people do. So I did a video a little while ago on the colours of opal. And I've done more research into that recently. And really, there is very scant evidence as to why opals are the colour they are. For example, but basically, why does an opal get docked? Well, I actually haven't seen any good evidence as to why wax sticks to anything. I might give it a bit of a Google later on, because admittedly I haven't given it a huge amount of thought. Okay, I need to move this over a bit. I haven't given a huge amount of thought, but at the same time, we don't know. And so what we do know is you heat the opal and it sticks to wax better. The hotter the opal, sort of, the better it sticks to the wax. Too hot, the whole lot gets gooey and becomes a problem. But generally speaking, the hotter you can get it without actually melting it into a goo, the better it is for everybody. So what I'm doing at the moment is just making sure that the bottom of the opal, the bit that really counts as the bottom of the opal, is level on every side. That will make life so much easier when I'm grinding the stone. Now, that's done. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Is that one? Is that the one I'm thinking of? That is. This one I just did this afternoon. Yeah, you can't see it, so don't know why I'm bothering with that. I did that one this afternoon, and it was one of the bycatches from, was it yesterday's session? And I thought, oh, that looks good. So I popped it on. Actually, I didn't put maybe I should get the one that we did. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. See if I can find it. Just bear with me 1 second. So I'm just finding a dopstick to go with the opal. If not, I'll just have to make my own. Hey, why not? Making dopsticks isn't very difficult. So here's the stick that we were using before with Max, the obedience stick, and he's going to cry when he sees what I do to it. Okay, so that is all chewed up, so I'm not going to use that bit. Okay, so I'm just cutting it at the moment. In order to do that, it's bamboo, and so it's got a really weird grain, so I'm just doing all sorts of weird manipulations to get it to cut. The other thing and maybe the people who actually do opals would like to ponder this question. I've been trialing a few different lengths of dopstick, and I'm going, wonder what makes the perfect length for a dopstick. I know that thickness is important. Oh, this is getting a little bit unseemly, isn't it? What makes the perfect length for a dopstick? I don't know. And so I'm trialing a few different lengths. Really, really long is not good. The longer the better, because you get a mechanical advantage. But I've got these. Just so that you know, this is the wax that I use. So the easiest way to get that to work is you basically get blank stick, a dop stick which has got a little bit of wax, and then you just put a bit of wax onto it, and then you can just attach some fresh wax to it. And then you just gently melt it on. And if you melt it on with, a second stick, then you've got the wax to attach it. So there you go. Now this is definitely not the way that they do it anywhere else. They have a giant metal thing and they roll things and they do whatever. But for me, it's just a case of, I don't know, like 3-year-olds playing with wax, I suppose. Now that's enough wax to dot the opal, but I'll stick one each per stick. I will definitely be curious with all the other people who cut opals, what they do to dot their opals, because I know there's a variety of techniques out there. I'm definitely not saying that this technique is the best either. I'm just saying this is a technique that works. All right. So I found that other opal. Where did I put it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's a bit worrisome, this opal. We'll see how it goes though. It was fun cutting it no matter what happens. I'll actually get the thinner dop stick for this one. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, too hot. It's sticking to me. What a surprise. Okay. So what I'll be doing with this one is making sure it fits on properly first. I may have to put more wax on it. It's stuck to me. All right, hang on. Let's let it dribble down. That's Pony, he hasn't got much of the action today. Now, I don't think I've done this way myself, let alone on YouTube, so I'm pretty certain this is a YouTube first. Ay, caramba! Dr. Phil plays with wax and gets it all over his fans. Okay, all right. Gets it over his fans? Hands. Gee. There we go. Yoink. Now the first thing I'm going to have to do is take it to the Dremel and just get the excess wax off the face of it, because that has just been massacred. I don't know if it's a problem for other people. It's not a problem for me because I Dremel it first, but you shouldn't really get wax on the face. Yeah, when we're dealing with stuff, I think we should think about everything from first principles, because, I mean, obviously I'm leaning heavily on my science degrees. So I did land and water science, I did a little bit of chemistry, carbon chemistry, did physics, of course. a bit of maths, a bit of the biological sciences. So I did all of that. That held me in good stead to understand the world. So when you're doing stuff like, making an ad hoc torch, you kind of figure out what the physical principles are as you do it. And I don't think it's beyond the realm of everybody to be able to think that way as they're doing stuff. I just think maybe sometimes we're a bit lazy. I'm not trying to be nasty. That sounded a little bit too harsh in my opinion. So, try and translate that into something that is not harsh. Because I think that life sometimes is way hard as it is. It's really hard to live your life sometimes. And I'm not trying to go into, huge, massive, super duper details of everybody's lives. But, I've gone through a few things. I'm not complaining, just saying that I have. And I'm presuming that if I've gone through stuff, then everybody's gone through stuff. I am 46 years of age at the moment, and 46 years is enough to get you through a lot of stuff, I reckon. So certainly if people have taken shortcuts by just not remembering their science, yeah, you can understand that, because life is hard. But might I encourage you not to? Have we got crests up? Yep, we do. Loki is terrified. The laundry door was open, a gust of wind happened, the door slammed. Everyone has stopped breathing. So that's that one done. Have we got any more? Yeah, we do. Let's see which one we're going to do. I reckon we've got, how many more dot sticks? We've got one more dot stick, and we've got 2 opals. This one's nearly done. It does need to be done, but I'm worried about it. I will need to take the wax off the back and have a look at it, because I think there's a crack in there. So we'll get this one. This one's one that we did in the live stream yesterday. So the good news is that what you've managed to do is you've now seen the doping process. So all you need to do is see the final polish at the ouch end. Just so that you know, I'm doing this a bit ad hoc. So I'm normally sitting at a bench with all of my stuff. I've also got a little, I call it a poking stick that I use whilst I'm putting stuff on. So it's normally a little bit more precise than this. A little bit less hurty. Having said that, the opal only gets to 60 degrees or thereabouts. Well, when you saw it getting so very, very, I hope that's wax. No, you're not seeing anything of what I'm doing. Sorry, because it hurt me, I was concentrating on the pain more than, the entertainment. And quite frankly, I missed a trick there. Pain for me is entertainment for you. That's how I reckon the algorithm's going to take over the world. People worry about, Skynet launching the nukes. Nah. What it's going to do is it's going to get extra likes the more damage you do to your body. So the entire world will be cutting themselves. All right. Let's take these out. Oh, dropped one and found a spare one. I could have done the last one. If you'll bear with me, I'll just drop this last one. Yeah. Sadly, if I don't talk, I can actually concentrate. I'm still covering myself with wax. I don't know what's going on today. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, yeah. Oh, that doesn't smell too good. So what I just managed to do was I only lost 2 or 3 hairs doing that, but we also lost a fly. So what happens normally is that, I don't know, a skin or something happens on your fingers, which means that you don't stick to the wax as you do this. It's just not happened this time around. Another thing we need to investigate. Now the thing about this opal is, if I can get you looking at it, come on. There we go. Okay. You can see that crack in it. There's just a crack in the bottom. No, you can't because it's pixelated. Well, the image here is absolutely beautiful. You might just be able to see the crack now. There's a little bit of a crack, just about a third from the bottom, I will call it. And so I will polish it up and we'll see what it looks like. But it worries me. I have to leave all this paraphernalia here. Just remind me I did that. We'll see how many of these stick. We've got the torch here to reattach if we've got a problem. So I'll bring the matches and the torch out. Match, torch. And then we'll swap this around. All right, we're already an hour and something into it, so dopping was pretty good. What I think we will do is just, if you'll bear with me and I put all these things around, what we'll do is we'll do a quick session with the sandpaper. We won't do anything with the Dremel today. We might have to do a few tiny little shaping operations with the Dremel, depending on what's going on, but we won't do that much. So what I would suggest we will do is we will do this one here and this one here. 1 or 2 opals, and then that'll be today done, I'd say. Oh. So let me just organise myself and then I'll get the other. Alright, there we go. Now, rotate device. Yes, I'm rotating the device. Right, so let's pop this on. In. Perfect. Now just let's get the microphone in. Okay. Very clever. All right. There we go. Let's move this over here. And I am going to sit down whilst we're doing this one. And get the water happening. There we go. Now, a wise guy, a wise man, explained to me that you're better off you're better off making all of your electrical equipment work from a central switch rather than the switch that actually activates the equipment. Just grabbing my phone there. It sounds like madness to leave it switched on permanently, but it's actually safer. And sadly, I have had earth leakage from these devices, so I know what they feel like. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading any further comments. Putting this up here. Perfect. So I'm going to modify this setup eventually because it's not quite working as optimally as I would like, but you know, it's not doing too badly. Just going to quickly get some of the wax off this one using the other one, but I won't change the positions, just dremel it a bit. That way you make the sandpaper last a bit longer. It's quite comfortable here, I'm just sitting down. What does that look like? I can find this in there. Yeah, this one. I had a look at some streaming software and streaming hardware to do, well, streaming with. So I might look at changing the setup a little bit. It might be that I'm even able to just attach some cameras to the whole setup, permanently install them, and then just run it through streaming software. That's the dream. Probably the reality is a little bit different. It'd be nice to even have the bird cages set up. One of the things I'm passionate about that I don't often mention is I don't mind people looking after cockatoos or having them as pets or whatever. But there are way too many animals that are just neglected after the initial excitement of having them. Loki was quite exciting to have when I first got her. She was a little chick, she was very cute. She was pretty ugly actually because she was suspected of being feather disease. The whole point is that when I got her, I didn't want to have birds as pets, believe it or not. They're way too messy. I like the idea of having a girlfriend, and kind of birds and partners are not exactly synonymous with each other because they're just so messy. So you're spending 99% of your time cleaning up. I've got 2 kids as well, so you know that's all your free time done, just cleaning up after everybody else. No time for YouTube. So the point is that it was sort of a good thing because I knew what I was getting into. I knew these things were for 100 years. I knew they were destructive. I knew I would need a lot of room for them. And not everybody knows that when they're getting into it.
question facing. Let's see if we can get it up to the camera so you can see what's going on. So, have a look at this. You can actually see on this side, lots of colour. On this side, lots of grey. So that means that what we've got, it's a bit skewy. This particular instance, I'm thinking that it'll be easier because the top of the opal is a little bit lacking in colour, lackluster. What I'll be doing is I'll essentially be trimming by sanding. So I'll be trimming the side in a bit, and that will help to bring this down, this colour down. But this ain't A grade opal, so it's not really worth huge amounts of effort. It's got all sorts of spots and stuff. Send it to a value or they've already given me this rubbish for. Quite frankly, I think that opals like this have their place. Had I known this, I would have faced it a bit differently, but I think we can work around this problem. So, as they say, no workers, all hunky-dory. Yeah, my girlfriend likes dogs, and so she comes over, she brings the dog around. He's the biggest dog ever. It's a little, it's a Ridgeback. Around, I'm no longer a human being. I'm merely a poop cleaner in the back garden. So bird poop in the main rooms, dog poop in the back garden. Please, nobody else poo anywhere. This one's going to have to be refaced, you can see that. There's nothing else for it, it needs refacing. So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to do that in my spare time. And have a look at that. It's clearly facing the wrong way. So it'll be a nice little opal, but I'm going to have to just do some work on it. I may make a video on how to do that, but basically not going to spend too much time on it right this moment. Find out what else we have. Let's do the one I wanted it. Hopefully we can get this guy. As a matter of fact, this one, show it to you. Hopefully you're getting some idea of the colour. Anyway, this one's beautiful and I want to get it to a fit state. Just 1 second, I'm going to turn that off. Much better. Sorry, I left the Dremel on. Now we can hear ourselves think. Yeah, so the agreement you're going to make if you come over to my place ever is just please don't poo everywhere. I clean up enough poo, and I've been a father too for young children, so I've cleaned up enough poo. I've cleaned up all the substances known to man. The only thing I haven't done is radioactive waste. Absolutely humming along. It's just a wee bit skewy on one side, but that's because it's concave, like I'll show you. Okay, you can see how it's not quite straight there. It's a bit concave. So it's also a bit lower this side. You can just see that a little bit. So let's just have a look. I can either straighten it on the top or straighten it on the bottom Let's just see what it looks like when we finish with this, and then we'll worry about it. Because it's not requiring that much straightening, just a little bit. Now the reason why it's so worth doing, is because this one's got just basically it's got a couple of reds and oranges and blues and yellows right next to each other. So it's got all the colours. It's quite the kaleidoscope stone. This is the sort of stone that fetches the big bucks. I'll have to post a proper photo of it, but yeah, this is a big buck stone. This is very good. It's sitting there about 1.5 carats, which means, I don't know, if you're lucky, you could possibly get $1,000 US per carat. So we're looking at a $1,500 stone here. In order to get that kind of price, you have to have reputation and all that, so don't expect me to be selling it for that much, but theoretically that's what we're looking at here. If I was going to make a thumbnail on it, I'd be going $1,500 stone, $1,500, definitely going to sell it for that amount. Ugh. That arm's getting tight. Let's move it over to here. Now you see that little vibration that's going on here? That's what ends up resonating it right off the dot. Sometimes it resonates really hard, comes off the dot. And potentially breaks your finger too, by the way. So this is much more dangerous than the Dremel tool that we were doing with before. I think it's well past 1 AM in the United States now, so we might have to say goodnight to Don the Oak guy. He might have fallen asleep even. Hope you're doing okay, mate. Some other housekeeping. I'm actually working next week, so I'm not going to be able to do early streams like I've been doing before. The whole idea was to get up at 6 AM and get the stream happening then, but like always something has happened. I might try doing a 6 AM stream, see if I can manage it next week. Look at and see what's on the side. Sorry, I'm just going to look at it outside the fish bowl. No, not too bad. So I'm going to have to stand and just spin this. I might spin it on the Dremel actually. Good enough? Alright. Okay, so basically what I needed to do was just get all of the little bits and pieces out of the way. First things first, get a nice consistent newbie shelf on there. If everything's consistent, we can then just smooth away with impunity. Let's set me back a bit. Not much you can do about it when it hits a resonating frequency, and usually happens the most on the 1000 grit sandpaper. Let me just have a look at it. Shoes there. So I'm just looking at the microscope. Too bright. See much. I see a few infections inside, so I'll just give it another quick rinse around. Yeah, looks like we're all in our own little worlds today. That's fine. I'm just going to turn this off for a second and replace the paper. We're going to go for a slightly less coarse grade, slightly finer grade. Okay, I'm going to get a fresh 3K. Usually you wear them in a bit, but fresh means that you can forego using 2K, basically. Come on, get in. There's people watching. You forgot that, didn't you? No, it's not just us. You, it's over here. Ugh. Good news, there's a water delivery system. Bad news is that it gets in the way of me putting sandpaper up. So let's see if that's going to hit things. It might hit things, so I may have to readjust. And that's all good. So let's go pop that on there, like so. Pop this up here. Pop that up. There we go. Sit down and away we go. Okay, for the viewing experience, I'm just wiping my screen down. Actually, I'll just worry about it later. Just sitting here on a chair. It's actually quite nice. I normally stand, can just quite an easy way to do it. Sit on the chair, just spin opal. One of the things that I might point out is that when you're doing this, never put too much pressure on. I'm not talking about emotional pressure, there's plenty of that. But just lightly tap it onto the opal. A lot of times I do forget, but you just get so many better results if you're just sitting there just lightly letting it caress the sandpaper. Because the sandpaper lasts for so much longer, the stone just enjoys it better, it has a better ride, that's what I call it. So once again, it's been a reasonably good session. If this looks good enough, I think I can see an imperfection here. If this looks good enough, what I'll do is I'll throw this onto the polish, so you can at least see one stone finished. And that'll be the live stream for today, I think. It'll be 1.5 hours or something outrageous like that. Oh, 1:43. Wow. That's quite a long sesh. No wonder I'm tired. Hang on, I'm just sending a message. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I had to send a message to she who must be obeyed, as they call it. Right. I'm going to look at this and see how well it's polished. Is that good enough? I'm not sure that's good enough. I'm going to have to just give it a little bit of extra attention and love just to get it over the line, so to speak. This might be one of Riley's Cooper Pedy stones. I think I recognise it. If you're ever going to take up lapidary, don't spend millions and billions of dollars on one of those lapidary tools. This thing costs $60. This sander, you just put a timber frame around it and a few other bits and bobs, and you've got yourself quite a decent piece of kit. Here's my advice to you. If you want to get one of those Gem Master things, yeah, go right ahead. But you really don't need it. You can just use one of these and it'll work out just fine. You can buy the sandpaper on the interweb. Also get a Dremel tool and set it up the same way I've done it. You don't have to put it in a fish tank, but it helps. What's all just doing? Hello there, Himanshu Sharma. How you doing? Ah, how do you know when it's done? Oh, I have to go all Yoda on you. You will know when you're at peace. Basically, the microscope's important. This thing is it needs to be absolutely pristine. You've got to think of it as a luxury item. So it has to be perfectly smooth. Smooth to a point that you can't really detect easily with your own human eyes, which is a bit of a nuisance. So you just take it off, and then, like, if it's sunny, the sun helps. You have to look at the side and just check to see if it's got any scratches on it, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to pretend it's done anyway, and I'm going to move over to the final stage. I think it's done. What I can do is I can look at it at my leisure after the live stream. So we just move over to here. There we go. Turn off the water there. Just don't want to waste water. Rotate. Okay, so where are we? Here. In we go to here. There we go. Okay, perfect. It is now in. So we're at the final stage. What I can also do is just throw that over there. Alright. So I will just put a little squirt of water there so you'll see a little bit of a spray happen. Yep. Okay. So I had to get my live stream up and running again. Okay. So this is just cerium oxide. Once again, fairly unconventional way of doing it. There is water on this thing. Basically the cerium oxide makes a bit of a paste. The other thing that they don't necessarily know about the cerium oxide when they're doing it is that it's actually called lens polish. So this is what they use to polish up glass lenses. Do you like that auto zoom function? Because I didn't do it. Oh dear. Some water splashed up and it just decided, you know what? I'm going to zoom now. So anyway, this is lens polish. So when you're making telescope lenses and whatever else, this is the polish that you use on it. And the cerium oxide actually melts a little bit and it gets into the cracks, well, as far as I know. So that means that you're not using it properly unless you're letting the opal get a little bit hot. Technically, it's 3000 grit. But because it melts, I reckon it's much, much better than 3000. So I push this thing all the way up to 5000 a lot of the time, and then I put the cerium oxide on. And hopefully that gives you a mirror sheen. And J for Genius, you have literally seen this particular opal go from a random rock, basically, to this. Because you've been through both live streams in which this has been processed. So if we go through the number of hours that it takes, maybe 2 hours of work to get a stone from rock to beautiful stone. That's only a guess. Sometimes they take a really small amount of time, sometimes they take forever. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to crank up the... Whoa. Come back here. There we go. Maybe I won't crank it up, but basically what I'm trying to do here is now to heat the stone, and the whole idea here is that the stone is nearly finished. So I'm going to get it nice and hot. Not really hot, just post 60 degrees, let's say. Yeah. And sometimes I wonder if I live a charmed life, but no, anyone could have chosen this life, I suppose. Oh no, because the birds chose me, so yeah, who knows. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of pressure on now, and it'll start to heat the opal up. That'll do two things. It'll put a nice glassy finish onto the opal itself with the cerium oxide. And also, there it goes. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Turning this off so that I don't get my hands all stuck in the machinery. Okay. Come on, you can do this. There we go. I got it. Right, let's have a look. I'm just drying it with my shirt. Okay. Oh wow, that's a smash up. That's an absolute smash up. Oh, I'm in love. Okay. That sounds terrible. Rotate the voice. Yeah, we will. Alright. I'm taking the microphone off. Probably take. Alright. Yeah, it is a cool legacy. Alright, there we go. Oh, don't look in there. That's yuck. Okay, so let's have a look at this guy. Where is it? There it is. Let's get that detritus off it. It looked better before. Come on, where are you? There you go. Focus on the opal. What a beautiful little stone. Nice. Bit on the side needs doing still. See there? But other than that, mostly good. Maybe just even up on one side too. But yeah, this is 99% done. There's just
few little niggling bits that need to be put onto it. But there you go. Yep. And it was just a rock, not unlike this one, not too long ago. All right, I think that's the live stream done now. I'll swap this thing around so you can see the face. So we'll say goodbye to the birds. Hello, guys. Loki, are you tired? She's about to go to sleep. I'll show it to you. Hey, Loki. There's the birdie beard for you. Was that you, Max? You don't like the camera, do you? Yeah. Yeah, okay. There you go. Hello. That's Max going, please give me some attention. I want attention. I want attention. Oh, hear the high pitch. We've trained them to do a high pitched noise when they want attention rather than the raucous cockatoo. All right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's me done. That's the birds done. That's everything done, I think. I'll just clean this up. There we go. All right. All that's left to do is to wish you guys a wonderful day. And if I haven't wished it to people previously, Happy New Year. I'll give you a quick look at what Loki's doing at the moment. Desperately wanting some affection. Oh, dear. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'm going to have to deal with these guys. They're starting to bite whole metal. See you around. Hooroo. Dr. Phil out.